Hey, do you guys remember Kleavor and how everyone and their mother was so amped up for this thing? I mean, it has the ability Sharpness, amazing attack stat, cool signature move, but it fell flat in Generation 9. So what happened to this Pokemon, really? Well, let's talk about a signature move first, Stone Axe. This move isn't inherently bad, being able to do damage while setting up rocks, pretty similar to Cisa's Edge on Hisuian Samurai, literally right down to the accuracy and the move power, like it's basically the same thing. But there are a couple of issues. One, unlike Cisa's Edge, it isn't quote-unquote spammable. What does this mean exactly? For one, Stealth Rocks can only be set up once, it cannot be stacked like spikes. Two, this is a rock-type move. Rock-type moves are generally able to be more walled quite easily compared to Dark-type moves competitively. Like, look at the damage when Stone Axe is used on Tusk compared to when Cisa's Edge is used on Tusk. It's totally different. Speaking of being walled, it seems like that's what this Pokemon is really known for these days, being walled quite easily. Bug and Rock is one of the worst type combos you could probably have. This thing is quite funny because its own gimmick of Stealth Rocks is also its weakness. Sure, heavy duty boots is a thing, but then you're almost subjected to having to outspeed everyone before your frailty kills you in one turn, and outspeeding with 85 is damn sure not guaranteed. And with Hisuian Samurai running around, a combo of spikes and stealth rocks, basically in short, hazards can really severely take this one out if this isn't the lead option. Lead options usually include a scarf, or most commonly a focus sash. The problem with scarf is, as I mentioned before, Stone Axe isn't spammable, and so thus this thing can be subjected to Rocky Helmet Tusk super easily, not to mention this move has a 10% chance to miss as well, which then as well, Tusk can eat that up and either go for a close combat, or a ground type move predicting Terra Ghost, so it's really a double lose situation. And its defenses aren't great either, so those hits will hurt. Focus Sash isn't a bad thing, in fact it's probably more preferred, but then this thing is also having a mediocre stat of 85 for speed and getting outsped by everyone and their mother, and thus you can wear it down quite easily. And because Stealth Rocks are only one layer compared to spikes, this thing is basically, hey, I'm gonna set up rocks and then die essentially type of mon. Like for example, a Choice Scarf Hisuian Samurai. This thing will die to 2 Cisa's Edges, and addition will allow for 2 layers of spikes to be set. A double lose situation again. And even Focus Sash Samurott can even go for a Sucker Punch for priority, so the choice is really yours. Before I keep talking about Kleavor, however, I do have a very important announcement to make to all of you guys right now. We are on the road to 8k subscribers and I need your guys' help. I make competitive Pokemon content like this all the time, and if you guys enjoyed this video, you guys will definitely like what's coming in the future. A lot of you guys watching right now are not subbed, and if you guys are enjoying, it would really mean a lot for your guys' support. Anyways, back to the video. In short, it's almost a 5v6 Pokemon battle. I do understand though, Goldango is really popular right now and honestly really amazing, but relatively speaking, you're still gonna find a way to remove hazards one time in the match, either with Defog or Rapid Spin at one point, and thus Kleavor, probably your only rock setter on the team, is done for. I know, Goldango is good, but then you're almost going to ensure this Pokemon's going to come in on those moves, which then can be predictable for the opponent, and yeah, it can kind of spiral out from there. You guys can see where I'm going with that. Which is why if you want to run rocks, literally Tusk or anyone else can help be a better hazard setter because they can offer more dimensions to the game while setting up rocks. Kleavor, yeah, it can do damage with sharpness, but its downside is proving to be a lot in the OU tier right now. Kleavor also doesn't have an amazing move pool. Night Slash, X Scissor, U-Turn, Stone Axe, Trailblaze, I guess Sword Stance, Defog if you're crazy, and like Close Combat. That's basically it. Other than Trailblaze, this speaks as a Pokemon that cannot get around Tusk unless you run something like Aerial Ace, which then you could, but then you have other Pokemon like Defensive Corviknight or like Flame Body Heat Trance, so it's kind of a lose-lose situation. Again, yeah, I've seen Trailblaze Sword Stance gimmicks before, but it's not that hard to get around to if you're actually like a player that knows what they're doing with rain, priority, or other things that are existing, since defensively this thing isn't anything special, and yeah, it's cool, it can do a lot of damage, but that kind of wears down quickly the more you go on the ladder. In short, Stone Axe isn't really what we thought, its coverage sucks, typing is god-awful defensively, and its speed doesn't help either. This one seemed like it had a lot of potential, but with a lot of defensive flaws now showing around in the OU tier, I don't think its potential is going to be realized right now. Perhaps in UU, people can find out its true potential and let it run rampant there, since a lot of its defensive checks will not be checking it down in UU. Anyways, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about Kleavor right now in the OU metagame, and join the Discord if you haven't already, link in the description below.